Hello everyone. So the next topic is about the plant growth regulators. In these slides, we will be going to study about what are plant growth regulators, what are the 5 categories of plant growth regulators and its functions. So let's get started with the introduction part, that what are plant growth regulators. So if we talk about plant growth regulators, then it basically includes the plant hormones that can be natural and that can be synthetic, but also include non-nutrient chemicals, and they're not found naturally in the plants, and that when applied to plants influence their growth and development. So what hormones plays a role in these? Basically, hormones help the plants to grow and develop. They can be synthetic and they can be natural. So these are the plant growth regulators which help in the development and growth of the plant. So what are the 5 categories of the plant hormones which are also the plant growth regulators? They are auxins, gibberellins, ethylene, abscisic acid and cytokinins. So these are the 5 categories of plant growth regulators. So in this we will be studying each one of these in detail, that what are the functions of the plant growth hormones, then how they help in the growth and the development of the plant. So first we will be first we will study about the auxins. Before starting with the auxins, we first have to know what are the benefits of the plant growth regulators. So basically, what are the benefits? They promote and accelerate the root formation on cutting. They keep the fruits on trees longer to allow the further ripening achieved by the application of auxin. Then they control the size of the plant. So if we are using the plant growth regulators, for example, if we are using the hormones, then these are some of the benefits of using the plant hormones or plant growth regulators. Next is about the auxins. So what what role auxin plays in a plant? These are some of the functions, that how the roles are being played in the plant. So first is it activates the differentiation of vascular tissue in the shoot, apex and in the calyces. Basically, auxin plays a role uh, in the length and growth of the plant. They increase the length. They basically helps in the elongation of the plant. So they activates the differentiation of vascular tissue in the shoot apex and in calyces. They initiates the division of the vascular cambium in the spring. Next is they activate the cellular elongation. As I have told, that they will lead to the increase in the size of the plant, the increase in the length of the plant. So it activates the cellular elongation by increasing the plasticity of the cell wall. Auxin also plays a major role in the maintenance of apical dominance, that is indirectly by stimulating the production of ethylene. Ethylene is another plant hormone, and it basically directly inhibits the lateral bud growth. Ethylene directly inhibits the lateral bud growth, and the auxin maintains the apical dominance in the plants. It also activates a gene required for making a protein necessary for the growth, and other genes for the synthesis of wall materials made and secreted by the dicytosomes. Also, they promote the initiation and growth of advantageous roots in cutting. Auxin also promotes the growth of many fruits. From auxin produced by the developing seeds, it also plays a role in the development of the fruit or growth of the fruit. Suppresses the abscission, separation from the plant. Abscission is basically the separation from the plant of fruits and leaves. Basically, lower production of auxin in the leaves is correlated with the formation of abscission layer. There is a secondary abscission layer formation in case of plants. We will be discussing all these things in a separate topic of auxins. Inhibits the most flowering but promotes flowering of pineapples. It activates the tropic responses, and it basically controls the aging and senescence, dormancy of the seed. It also maintains the dormancy of the seed. Dormancy is basically the inactive state of the seed. Then comes the next plant hormone or the next plant growth regulator, which is known as cytokinins. Cytokinins plays role in the cell division. It also plays a role in the shoot and root meristems. It plays a role in the cell differentiation, leaf senescence. Then there is an inflorescence growth. There is a nutrient mobilization. There is a cotyledon expansion. There are two types of cotyledon, basically the monocots and the dicots. Monocots have the one cotyledon and dicots have the two cotyledons. So that leads to the expansion of cotyledon. Then there is a apical dominance and there is a seedling morphology. All these are the functions or psychological effects of the cytokinins that also act as a plant growth regulator. So they help in the development of the plant. Next is about the gibberellins. Gibberellins is basically the expansion, is the another plant hormone which plays a role in the plant by its development and the growth. So how it takes place is basically expansion through the cell growth. Then there is a organ elongation in the plants. Dormancy is in the plants. Dormancy is the stage in which the seed becomes inactive, and this process is very essential for the plant because it will lead to the germination in the next stage. So gibberellins also plays a role in the flowering of the plants, and often it also results in the sex determination or changes the sex of the floral plants. Then then there is a leaf and fruit senescence, which is being taken care by the action of gibberellins. Then expansion through the cell growth. So expansion through the cell growth is also taken by the gibberellins. Then comes the next plant growth regulator, which is known as abscisic acid. It leads to the stomatal closure of the plant. Then root and shoot growth. Abscisic acid plays a major role in the root and shoot growth. Dormancy and germination, vivipary and hydrolytic conductivity. So all these are the main functions of the plant growth regulators as abscisic acid in the plant. So these are all the functions. Next comes is the ethylene. Ethylene basically plays a major role in the fruit ripening. If we hear the word ethylene as a plant hormone, as a plant growth regulator, so it plays a major role in the fruit ripening. So there are some of the climatic fruits and some of the non-climatic fruits. For example, grapes are the non-climatic fruits, and apple and banana are the climatic fruit in which the fruit ripening takes place. So fruit ripening is a major function of ethylene, plays a major role in the fruit ripening. Then abscission, it also plays a major role. Flowering, it plays a major role. Epinesty, rooting, and the fruit ripening. So all these are the main functions of ethylene as a plant growth regulator. These are some of the references from which I have taken the matter and about the plant growth regulators. What are the benefits of plant growth regulators? What are the 5 categories of plant growth regulators? So all these we have studied, that there are 5 main categories of plant growth regulators: auxins, gibberellins, ethylene, abscisic acid, and cytokinins. So they play a major role in the plants, in the development and growth of the plant. So this was all about the topic.